That is such a catchy little tune. It really is. Well, I'm going to tell you this, Stephanie. There's nothing like trying to shut off one podcast to jump onto another one. I think I hit more wrong buttons that time than I've ever done before. Um,
You made
I'm not
it
even
though.
sure.
Let's celebrate. You
Yeah,
made it.
yeah, yep. So we made it, and while this is a very, very unusual position for us to be in at this time, at least live, I usually play one of these videos, repeat of one of these videos, but I mean, this is one of the first times we've got to do this live. This one is, as they all are. This one is very special to me because Janet and I have worked together for quite a while, and she's going to be joining us here real soon. One of the busiest people I know. She's, just always on the run. But Healing Warriors is a program that they offer free health care to veterans here in Northern Colorado, and I am so excited. And I'd like to bring her on, Miss Janet Hatfield from Healing Warriors. Hey, sweetie, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing fantastic. As I was just telling Stephanie, this is kind of one of our a weird situation. We don't usually do them on Fridays, but this is one that just to get you, to accommodate you, to get you on here. I would have done it on a Saturday morning at 2 o'clock if that's what it took. So,
Thank you.
we're so excited to finally be able to get you on here. Janet, you're part of, as I just mentioned, Healing Warriors program. Can you tell us a little bit about what you guys do?
Absolutely. We are a veteran nonprofit integrative healthcare clinic in Fort Collins. We serve veterans from every era, every branch of service. We also serve their spouse slash partner and their parents. We're one of the very few that integrate the family unit into their treatment programs. Um, our main mission is really suicide prevention. And we do that by interrupting the factors that lead to suicidal ideation. So we treat for PTSD, we treat for traumatic brain injuries, chronic pain, sleep disturbances, interpersonal trauma. We have series for a little bit of everything. We have a cancer support series, we have an immune series, we have a detox series. We do all of this non-narcotically because so many times veterans are getting out of the service, or when they got out, the main thing that they were given to treat their illnesses, their wounds, their invisible wounds, were to put them on narcotics. So the opioid crisis has spiraled out of control over many years because of all of that. And so we decided, Anna started this back in 2013, and it came from the high tech sector where she basically hired a lot of veterans because they had the skill sets, but then she also noticed the issues that they were dealing with and wanted to find a way to give back to them and do it the right way, non-narcotically, to be able to rebalance them and to give them some hope and some health in the future. And so she started a free once a year clinic at Wings Over the Rockies. And they said, "Why are you only doing this once a year?" And she said, "Well, I have another job." But so sort of got pushed into starting a nonprofit, and started that. When they told her it would take 6 months, it took two. And since then, we've done over 30,000 treatments for our veterans. We serve over 2,500 military families. We have our main clinic in Fort Collins, and then we also do free monthly pop-up clinics in Longmont, in Denver, and in Colorado Springs. We do all of the stand down events, which are the homeless events for veterans.
Yep.
We do all the yellow ribbon events, which are the pre and post deployment events. We treat active duty at Buckley and up at Warren. We're involved in a little bit of everything.
You know, you guys going down to Denver, that's something that I find extremely refreshing because people don't understand, that's about an hour and 15-minute drive, unless of course you try to go on I-25, and then it's it's about a 3 hour drive,
Yeah,
because construction in, well, I-25. But
forever.
you guys going, you guys going down to Denver, you guys really make it a habit to try to be where people are and
Absolutely.
people
Yeah,
need
we
you
are
to
at the
be.
VFW posts. We try to align with the VFW posts or the National Guard Training Center in Colorado Springs. We're at VFW Post 1 in Denver. We're at the Post 2601 in Longmont, and we do that on the same Saturday every month. And all of our services are free. You do have to make an appointment for our clinic to come there and receive treatment, and do a little bit of intake paperwork on the onset, but we can normally get you in within a couple of days to a week at the most. But the pop-up clinics are absolutely free. You don't need an appointment even. As long as you have a military ID or your DD 214, that's all it takes to come and get treatment from us.
Um, you guys have gotten, you guys have added a lot more services since we first met. I know that you guys
Yes.
have a place where you have in your building, in your offices, you guys have like massage tables and stuff, correct? I mean, just to kind of help people out, or
Well, we don't do massage. We do
uh,
acupuncture. We do
acupuncture. I'm
craniosacral.
sorry. Yeah,
Yeah, we do
right.
acupuncture, we do cranial sacral work, and we do healing touch therapies. And we also do guided imagery, and we do telehealth as well. So all of these modalities are ones that have been developed and or used with military personnel. They've been developed by military medical practitioners to treat our military people non-narcotically. They were looking for a way as well. And when these modalities were shown through studies and through the data to actually have huge improvements in our veterans. Those are the modalities that Anna ended up putting together for this program. And we won't add modalities necessarily. We will add programs that we found that are, or treatment series that we found that our modalities fit with and that other people have been using to help, such as the cancer support series, our pre and post surgical support series that we just started this year. Those we have almost 10 years worth of data and efficacy on the treatments and the progress that our veterans are making. We have between a 50 and 57% success rate in every one of our modalities from the time they walk in to the time they walk out. So we have the data, we have the studies, we are involved in statewide collaborations on suicide prevention because of the data and the integrity of what we do.
One of the benefits I think that you guys have, once again, is that you're not in just one place, and so it's easier for individuals who are looking for you. While you guys don't, you're not able to do as much as you guys would like to do. You guys do as much as you can do, but you're fighting those suicide rates just by being there. And
Exactly.
um, what are what are some of the reactions that you guys get when these heroes come to you guys? What are some of the, what are some of the reactions that you guys get, because you guys truly are, you're a hero to the heroes.
I think the biggest thing that they feel when they first even walk in the door is that it's a safe space for them. We are Our clinic is set up with them in mind. Our biggest mantra is what's best for the client. It's not about us. It's not about our egos. It's not about our bottom line. It's about helping them and whatever it takes to help them. And it's very hard to get military to come in because they have the stigma of not admitting when they do have an issue, or they think that they don't deserve it and there's someone else out there worse off than them. And that is absolutely not the case. It's okay to not be okay when you come to us. And the easiest way that I've found, I go to a lot of outreach events and I talk to a lot of groups. And the easiest way, a lot of times, to get someone to walk in the door is to ask them if they're sleeping. most military do not sleep. They're hypervigilant when they're in the military, and it's 24/7, and drop of a dime, they're awake. So that carries over when they get out of the military. So it's very hard for them to sleep. And if you don't sleep, you can't heal, you can't process. So to get them in on sleep is sometimes the easiest way to get them in the door. And then once they have that safe space and they learn to trust us and they build that rapport with us, then a lot of times it's sort of unpeeling the onion and figuring out what other things that they have going on that they're now ready to tell us about and that we can help them with. We also have a client care navigator that every client gets to meet with, who tries to uncover if there's anything externally going on, if it's housing, if it's tires for their car, if it's gas money, if it's problems that they're having dealing with the VA through some of the systems that they have to go through there, because we are a registered VA vendor. So we work very closely with VA. So if we have to get a veteran services officer connected with them. I've literally had people come over to the clinic to meet with some clients if the client is compromised and can't really travel a lot. So we do everything that we can to help them on external levels, because if you have that much stress going on the outside portions of your life too, then it's hard for them to heal on the level that we really want them to.
I know that personal experience here. It's really hard, as you said, when you're not sleeping. It's really hard to heal. It's also one of those things that if everything around you is kind of falling apart, and you're in a situation where everything is a worry,
Yeah,
the first thing that you hear is you've got to relax. If you don't relax, you're not going to heal.
right.
And that's one of those things, Janet, that you're sitting there going, how in the hell am I supposed to relax when everything I love is flying out the window? I mean, there goes my
Exactly.
family, there goes my car. I just got the evict notice,
Yeah.
and not finding the medical attention, the medical appointments, and not finding doctors that will actually sit down and listen to you
Yes.
is one of the most stressful things in the world.
It is.
You
And
guys,
I think
yeah,
I think people understanding too, because I think a lot of people have misconceptions of that veterans are so taken care of by the government and through the VA and everything else, and it's like they don't understand that that's just not the case. There's many who don't even qualify for veterans services. Um, there's a frustration level that goes along with it. I mean, you can literally have a person that's an amputee that every year they have to requalify for a disabled status. And the frustration levels that they go through with that are a lot of the reasons why these people end up taking their lives, because they just want it to stop. They just want the noise to stop. They just want the frustration and the anxiety portions to stop. So we're there to give them a whole different level of treatment that they can't find anywhere else. And like I said, we also incorporate the family into that, because many times they're just as affected as that veteran when they're trying to reintegrate back in to their family and to civilian life. And they need to understand what that person is going through, and they get stressed out, then that doesn't help. So we try to treat the whole family. I mean, the parents, the spouse, the partner, because half the time they're the caregivers. And it ends up bringing families back together, being able to be treated together. We don't treat them in the same room. They have separate practitioners. They have separate rooms. They can make their appointments at the same time, but we make sure that the privacy and the HIPAA portions and the efficacy and the all of it, the ethical portions of everything are kept separately. If they choose to talk about it afterwards, then that's up to them. But we don't share information between couples or family members.
and yeah, and I mean, insert. It's been said before by Zach Clayton here, but it's not just the patient that suffers, and
Exactly.
and there are times when the spouse or the partner,
Yeah.
they need to be taken and they need to be put into a room and just let you know
Yeah.
decompress, because there's stuff that look, they don't get the same person back who left. They
No.
don't. They one of our great friends, Stephanie Brian Gibson, has a great story that my kids got a different dad every time I came home.
Yeah.
You know, um, and that's true. So, having those resources for the families, for some reason, Jen, I didn't realize that. I don't know why I didn't realize that, but I didn't realize that you guys had that for the family. I
Yep.
probably knew it, but I mean, let's be honest here. I would claim head injury, but I really wasn't that smart before the accident. So, I mean, that's just kind of the way it is. Um, what
It's a
are
lot
some
to
of the
unpack too. I mean,
yeah.
when I get rolling, I try to throw it all out there at once. So it's a lot to unpack. So that's where I try to touch back on those points as we keep talking because yeah, I have a lot to say really quickly. And so I try to make sure that the key points get back out there again.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you something. I love you so much because every time I see you, there's that beautiful smile on your face, and you're always running around. And I mean, eh, I think that if I would ever see you standing in one place, I would walk past you because I'd be like going, "That ain't her.
That's not
I
her,
know
right?
that's not her." So,
Yeah,
but
this is the biggest break that I get is when I do things like this, and it's hard to find that break. So yeah,
yeah. Well, again, this one's an honor for me because you and I have a personal relationship. You and I got together and we started working together, and I love having you guys as one of our mission partners. And you can support, other than what Stephanie's going to talk about here shortly. You can always support healing warriors. Sorry, that was
that's okay.
I should be flogged severely for that
It's
one.
okay.
You
They're
can
a
you
great
can
organization as well, and what they
yeah,
do is fantastic. The difference between us is that they only serve post 9/11 veterans, and
I was just gonna ask that. Yeah,
yeah,
that's something that I'll never be okay with.
yeah.
I will never be okay with it. You guys do.
Oh, you
It
everyone.
doesn't matter if you wear the uniform.
Doesn't matter.
So,
It does not matter
and
whatever era, and because we also have the unique understanding of what era every era comes back with. So we're very prepared to deal with those situations when we get someone, depending on what era they're from. From World War II, it was frostbite. From Vietnam, it was Agent Orange. Now it's burn pits and TBIs. I mean, so we're very in tune to what's coming around the bend for us. When the Afghanistan situation happened, we upped our PTS series because all of those people that came back and Vietnam vets got re-triggered with all of that situation. A lot of them had the guilt thing of why were we there? And then just watching when everything ended, it was literally a carbon copy of Vietnam, only with better helicopters. So
and it's got to be really tough for them. And I know this is getting into more political than I really like to, but it's got to be tough for them when they look back and they see half the country going, well, we just don't even want them there. We just to hell with the government, to hell with the war. And the thing is it's almost one of those, drown the baby with the bathwater. It's like they're there, they're part of the evil empire, and that's
yeah,
not it. They sign
exactly.
that check, that blank check that says, you know what, we're going to go over there and do with us as you will.
Yeah.
And
And they
and
sacrifice everything. They sacrifice themselves, they sacrifice their families. I mean, the sacrifices that they give are things that, us lay people who've never had to deal with that. I mean, my family was military. I myself wasn't. I had two
Yep.
husbands who were military, one Vietnam. My dad was World War II and Korea. He was a retired lieutenant colonel. My mom was military. She was a civilian in the military. So I've had it surrounding me, but we don't understand anything that they've been through, whether they saw combat or not. All of it changed them
Right.
in one way or another. And that's where, some of our series, like our interpersonal trauma series, it's not just for somebody who may have dealt with a trauma situation while they were in duty. It's for people that some of them had trauma before they left for duty, and that was their escape from it. So you have to look at it on a lot of different levels. When we go in and treat somebody, it doesn't have to be combat related necessarily. It can be for anything. We're not going to say, oh, well, you didn't get your PTSD while you were, in the trenches. Well, then we can't treat you. We don't play that game. So,
Yeah, people just don't understand a lot of times that, you know what, even if they didn't even leave the States, they still left their family. They still, a
yeah,
lot of these kids, they leave for the first time. They left everything that they knew for the first time. They're moving into something where they're like, well, I grew up on a farm and now I'm in
yeah,
California,
yeah,
and so it's culture shock, being
all of
away
it.
from the
Yeah,
family, all these things. With what you just said, Janet, I had to show this. My mom found this the other day, and I'm trying to keep it. I hope that this. Oh no, I got to turn off my green screen real quick, but I've got to show this because this is so cool. Um, this right here was given to my grandmother in World War II from the United States Navy for everything that she did in
uh,
just as being part of the United States Navy, just being a part, because my grandfather was in the Navy, and that is one of the
no,
coolest things I think I've
absolutely.
ever seen, and I cannot wait to get that done. Stephanie, you've been a little quiet through this. You have anything?
I'm listening. I those numbers are impressive, first of all, and I love that you guys move around and you're going to, not the problem is not the right word, but going to where the help is needed. You
Yeah,
know, I love that you're helping treat the families. I know Zach and I have spoken on this before. You mentioned caregivers and caretakers, and man, they go through PTSD too. They
yeah.
need the help and the support. So that's absolutely incredible. I know how excited he was to get you on here, Janet. So I'm so happy to meet
I'm s-
you.
I'm sorry it's taken so long. I've tried. It's like we wear a lot of hats. You know how nonprofit land is. I mean, so it's hard to carve out that time sometimes. But I knew I just needed to do it, and I was like, all right, I'm doing it.
Well, I am so
Yeah,
thankful
well,
that you're here talking about Healing Warriors program because, you've enlightened me on some things. I didn't realize that you guys did so much. So sorry, Zach, go ahead.
oh no, no, that's fine. It's actually kind of funny. John Vogels from Martyred Angels reminded me that the word CEO for nonprofit means Chief Everything Officer.
Yeah,
So so okay, it needs to be done. Hey, why don't I find a there's no volunteers. Well, looks like I'm doing it. So
oh yeah.
yeah,
But you do
and
whatever
like
it
I said,
takes,
I would have done
That's
this.
our mantra.
Yep.
I mean, ours is whatever it takes, we're going to get it done. If I have to, and I'm always in the trenches with all my volunteers. That's just part of what I
Mhm.
do because I also want to let them understand how much they're appreciated and the time that they're giving and what they're doing for us and what our mission is and them being a part of that. So that just gives them a little more skin in the game and they want to volunteer more often. So,
And I also wanted to make this statement that I've been at a lot of places where there were a lot of volunteers who took it as just that, volunteers. Your volunteers, in which we've been to one, we were at the one event that unfortunately the weather was
yeah,
terrible,
yeah,
but it was
yeah,
still a very successful event. And your volunteers walked around very helpful, very helpful. The
yes,
two young men that came up to us were very helpful, smiles on their faces. I loved it because you could tell they understood the impact that they were having.
yes. And I
They
let them know that
understood
all
what
the
they were
time.
doing.
I am so adamant
Yeah.
about just loving all of my volunteers because I've seen too many situations. I've been doing events and this stuff for a long time, and I've seen too many instances where you get volunteers in, you throw them in a room, you have them do a project, or you send them somewhere and you never talk to them, and then they leave.
Yeah.
And I mean, to me, you're missing out on so much because they don't know that much about you walking in the door, no different than you guys and you, Zach. Look how many times we've gotten together and there's still pieces that you're still picking up on the more that we get together. So that's always my goal when it comes to the volunteers is to really just embrace them and give them all the knowledge in the world so that they can be out there spreading the news about us too.
Yeah. Something huge that and I want to bring you back to this, something huge that you guys do is you, and you've mentioned it a couple times, is the non-narcotic stuff. Look, we're here with One Hope Lines, and we don't want anybody to, or we want everybody to understand that this is about what One Hope Lines does. This is not about the hey, let's all get together and let's all yeah, let's lift a glass to a great cause. But we're wanting people to understand and realize what Healing Warriors program is, because what you guys are doing is so fantastic. One of the biggest problems, and I read this on Wednesday night. I had this. I found this, and these stats are just awful. In 2020, there were over 320,000 suicides that were planned. There were
Yeah.
174,000 that were attempted, and 47,000 were successful.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all encompassing everyone.
Yeah.
But right now, we are losing 47 heroes every day.
Yeah. And it used to
And
be
that's
22.
over. Yeah, it used to be 22, and
Yeah.
and that's the whole reason why that's the reason why we've picked February 22nd. Oh, by the way, you need to add me to your calendar on February 22nd. We'll talk about it here in a little.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to talk about it right now, but that's one of the reasons why we chose February 22nd to do our 22-hour podcast. It is in honor of the 47 individual heroes that are contemplating on that day taking their lives. We want to make sure that we're letting them know that, you know what, we may not understand it. Like Janet, I didn't serve. Stephanie, you didn't serve, but we are patriots. We are here to love
Hmm.
you. We do not understand the situation you're in. I'll tell you right now, and by God, I'll never tell you I understand your
Right.
situation. I'll tell you what, if you need to know what my situation is, I'll tell you what that was. But I'm never going to compare my situation to yours.
And one of the things that we have as well is we put together suicide coping kits. And within those are obviously, the new 988 number and a stress ball and a gun lock. But one of the really unique things that we have in there is that we have a magnetic picture frame that the middle of it pops out, and that's for you to put on your gun safe and put any picture behind that that is going to make you take that one moment before you open up that gun safe and not open it. It doesn't matter if it's your dog or your kids or your spouse, your parents, your buddies from college, pizza, I don't care. But this way you can customize it the way you want it, stick that on your gun safe, and that might be that one thing that stops you from making that next move.
Yeah. I just put on the screen. You can text 988 or chat with people at 988lifeline.org. If you don't want to call and speak to somebody, that's a great way to go. But just please remember, there are people out there who do love you, who do care. That's what we're here to do. But what I was getting at is you guys doing the non-narcotic way. There are certain times when pills are needed. Let's there are certain times that pills are great. But your guys' treatments of non-narcotics, that right there is something that is going to knock the numbers down anyway.
Yeah.
Because you're taking away a not just a vice, but a loaded weapon.
Yeah, and we're not, and we hope to take them away altogether, but that's not always the case. I mean, the
Yeah.
pain management that they're given through narcotics is not meant for long term. It's meant for short term. And the problem is that it becomes an addictive situation. So when we have somebody that comes in, I mean, one of the people that I had talked to was on about 18 different prescriptions when he got out of the military. And he was just putting together cocktails to try to sleep and to deal with his pain. And after being with us for a while, he got down to two. And what we also do too, we never give anybody medical advice. When they come in, we do a pain scale with them. We do a sleep index with them every time they walk in the door, so that we can see where they are when they're walking out. So if you on a normal, we're coming in at an 8 and you keep leaving at a 6. And then all of a sudden you're coming in and you're at a 6 when you walk in, and we keep ratcheting you down on your pain level, then we're going to suggest to you to have a conversation with your primary and to let them know that you may be ready to ratchet down on the dosage that you're on, or what they're giving you for your pain management, because you're able now to manage that pain within yourself, and the natural way, and healing through the processes that we're doing with them, that you may not need to be on as strong of a medication as what you were on. So we don't give medical advice, but we are always in tune with their primary care physicians and always have those conversations with them to make sure that you're talking to your primary and let them know what you're doing here and where you are with this, so that you can potentially get off of it.
Janet, what are some of the things? Obviously, money drives the world. We understand this. Money is what makes the world go round. But what are some of the other things that people could donate to Healing Warriors, that program that would help you guys out?
I mean, everything from time, volunteering is great. We have projects going on throughout the year, everything from putting together our suicide coping kits to our cancer support kits. We have events going on. We have 3 events that we do a year: our 5K, our golf tournament, and then our Denver Fall Gala. So there's always something going on. So if you're looking for an organization, or if you are in a company where they pay you to use your volunteer hours, think about contacting us. I put everyone on a volunteer list, and when we have things that are going on, I throw everything out there with a link of how to sign up, and you pick and choose what you want to sign up for. The other thing that we have on our website as well, on our donation page, which you're absolutely should go check out, because everything that I'm talking about is on there. Donating your time, donating your services, donating items that we have on our Amazon list that we put together comfort and joy kits with. We put together all sorts of things with that. We just got done. Alana from, I think it's Main Street, she's with eXp Realty. She did an entire supply drive for us, and we were able to put together about 140 different comfort and joy kits, with everything from a blanket that's donated to us from another organization who make beautiful blankets for us. So there's
Please give them a
blankets,
shout
and
out.
I don't know that
Yes.
they like to stay somewhat anonymous on their stuff, so I can't
Oh,
really
okay.
give them one, until I clear it with them, because I don't know that they want to be bum rushed by people. So we have a good relationship with them, and so I like to keep everybody's privacy
Yeah,
where they want it on
let's
that.
not ruin it. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's a blanket, and it's hot chocolate, and it's soup mixes, and it's hygiene products, and it's a little bit of everything to just kind of give them a little bit of something extra over the holiday season. In the spring, we do gardening kits, for them, to get them outdoors and to get them doing their own gardening, indoor gardening or patio gardening, any of it, to help not only supplement their food, but to give them a healthier lifestyle by getting them outside, because a lot of them just are in isolation a lot of times. And with COVID, it really exacerbated all of that. So giving to us can be in a lot of different forms. Like I said, you can go on our donate page, on our website, and there's a lot of different ways for you to give back. If you have services that we could maybe, use, from accounting help to whatever, and that's something that you want to donate, we're all about looking at services that we can utilize as well. So
Um, we like I was saying earlier, this is such a great honor for us to be able to get to do this. I wanted to go on ahead and bring this up. This is your flyer, and well, that's not your flyer. How about we do this and I actually share it? That would be good. This is my first time doing this, so please. Okay,
you're
it's
doing
not.
a fabulous job, Zach.
Stephanie, can you please go on ahead and explain what we're looking at?
Absolutely. So if you would like to go to the fundraising page, you can manually type it in onehopewine.com/event/142797, or you can just pick up your phone camera and hold it right next to that QR code, and it'll take you directly to the fundraising page, where every single bottle of wine or anything purchased through that link will donate to Healing Warriors program. In addition, for every $50 we raise collectively as a group, I'm personally going to donate 25 myself. So definitely share this around. There's still time to get some wine and gifts for the holidays. So definitely check it out. And definitely join us on our event page too. If you're not following us there, Community Pay It Forward, One Hope fundraiser, our monthly campaigns are there as well.
So how long from the time somebody orders till the time they get it in their house?
3 to 5 business days.
There we go. I was like, get it out there. Since we're getting close to the holidays, you never know if people are in a panic mode. So
yeah. FedEx is actually doing a really good job moving that wine and getting those orders to people pretty quickly. So
yeah, and it is beautifully packaged. I mean, it looks great when it comes to you, and you're like, wow, this is, you almost feel guilty opening the box because the box is even so pretty. So, but Janet, we're gonna have Stephanie do her little her part of this, and she's gonna talk about 4 of the great wines that they got that are going to be perfect for upcoming. You're more than welcome to stick around if you have to run. We welcome you to go on ahead and take off, but if you'd like to stick around, that's perfect.
I will stick around.
But I want to thank you so much for coming. So, all right, well, that's great. So, Stephanie, it looks like here you go. You're up.
Here we go. Okay, so if you're tuning into the show for the first time, my name is Stephanie Simoes. I am a cause entrepreneur with One Hope Wine. If you're like, what is One Hope Wine? I've never heard of that before, because that is usually the reaction I get. But hopefully you guys have been tuning in, because we do a monthly campaign where we highlight these incredible causes like Healing Warriors program. One Hope is an award-winning Napa Valley winery that gives back with every single bottle of wine. So what I do is I specialize in fundraising, gifting, private wine events, and wine delivery. Let's jump in, Zach. I'm excited.
Yes, please.
The holidays are here. I can't believe it.
yeah, it's no longer they're coming. It's like, oh wow,
they're here. They're here. I know I'm busy running around with 4 little kiddos myself. How about you?
Well, yeah.
Pretty busy this time of year, right?
It's crazy. And then of course you get to the stores and you got to deal with everybody else's kids, so it's like, oh. I'm one of those guys that, you know what, I love my kids. Yours, not so much.
Right.
But we do love supporting kids at Community Pay It Forward, but boy, in stores they're just something special. So but this is a perfect way that you can get some of those gifts fulfilled and support Healing Warriors at the same time.
Right. Win-win, or win wine, as we like to say, right?
Yeah.
So we are a cause-centered winery out of Napa. To date, we've donated over $9 million. Woo! To over 37,000 different nonprofit organizations. So I like to say that I have this incredible platform where I can make an impact in our communities, with the nonprofits that need it most. How we do that is first through the One Hope Foundation, where our main pillars of giving are for clean water, ending hunger, health, and education initiatives. But in addition, we're able to do these incredible fundraising campaigns just like this one. So I'm excited to be here. And they dropped a really cool sale. So that's what I wanted to talk about, is some bubbly and some sweet wines. What do you think, Zach?
Yeah, I love the sound of sweet wines. You know me.
Yes. So I will mention that our minis are on sale, $30 off a case. Really great fun gift. You get them in the Sparkling Brut, the Pinot Noir, the Cabernet, and the Chardonnay. You can, do the full case in one varietal, or you can mix it and get the mix pack. So I love those. I know every single driver that drops a package here for the holidays gets a little gift from me. The minis are a quick, easy one. So definitely check those out, because those give back too. But I think I'm going to kick it off with some Moscato, because I know that Zach really enjoys Moscato. Janet's nodding too. Janet, do you have, a wine that you typically like? Red, white, sweet, dry?
I am the white sweet, just like me. That is my wine choice.
Awesome.
That works very well.
So I have our Sparkling Moscato here. We also have a still, which is not a bubbly, but I'm going to talk about the sparkling because, well, they're both on sale. I will say this. I wanted to highlight some of the sale items because it's ridiculous. They're on sale, plus when you throw them into a box, an extra 20% off a case too, on top of the 20% off sale. So you can stack those discounts and give back 10% with every purchase. This wine has enticing citrus blossom and juicy white peach aromas. Super sweet, delicious bubbly, and it's blended effortlessly with delicate sweetness and playful effervescence. Lemon drop candy and tangy mandarin lead into a balanced finish. This is a sweet white wine. I say it's a dessert wine. Food pairings are biscotti, bruschetta, and creamy cheesecake. So I can see this on, the dessert table. I was even telling Zach, if you're cooking for the holiday, bubbly's nice in the morning, like late morning, early afternoon, brunch time too. If you're in the kitchen cooking, why not pour yourself a little delicious bubbly, to kick off the day? So
you can't drink all day unless you start in the morning.
So this sparkling Moscato is definitely a fan favorite. I find that it pairs well with dessert. All right. So yes, sparkling and still on the Moscato. Next up, I'm going to talk about the Frizzante. This one has been a hit at every tasting. It is not a bubbly, but a fizz. It's not quite as bubbly as like, a sparkling brut or like the sparkling Moscato we just talked about, but it is fizzy. This one comes from Italy. This sweet red boasts of subtle spritz and touch of sweetness. It has notes of cherry, wild strawberry, fresh blackberry, anise flower, and cassis to stimulate the senses and offer a refreshing red for all seasons. As you guys know, these notes come from our head winemaker. I am not a sommelier, but this one is delicious with zucchini frittata, pecorino cheese. I don't know if you're familiar, but Italian family here, with that pecorino cheese and like a pasta carbonara. Delicious. I can see this with the charcuterie board with cheese and crackers too. So yum, delicious. Is your mouth watering yet, Zach? What's on your?
Yeah,
let me ask you
you're talking
this.
about food and it's dinner time. So plus I'm a fat guy. So, let's be honest here. So food, fat guy, and wine.
Yeah.
I don't know how I get through this show.
On your wish list for dessert, because this next one up is one of my personal favorites. Is there anything for the holidays, the upcoming holiday, that you're like, this is the dessert that I'm looking for? I don't know, pastries, cookies, cakes.
Yeah, as in our family, one of the things that we used to always have, and I actually went out and got the stuff to do it, is fudge with raisins. I love fudge. I love raisins, and we're finally bringing it back this year because I was like, well, I got to figure out how to make it, and so we're bringing that back. But and then with me, it's always blueberry. If it has blueberry, it wins. So
okay, I love fudge. I love raisins. I don't know that I've ever done that together, but sounds really interesting.
Like white chocolate or dark chocolate, or is it which way with the raisins?
I'm doing milk chocolate this year. I almost did dark chocolate, almost, but who knows? Hey, you know what? I've still got a couple weeks. You might see it: white chocolate, milk chocolate, dark chocolate.
There you go.
Fake chocolate, real chocolate. I'm not picky. I'll eat chocolate.
I can see a fudge charcuterie with Zach kind of mixing and matching all the things. Sounds delicious.
Yeah, next time that we talk, I might have that permanent stain across my face. That I've been eating so much chocolate, so get it caught up in the beard and stuff.
This one is one of my personal favorites that I like to, to pop open for celebrations, but also to gift. It is our almond sparkling wine. It's delicious. Let me just say this. It reminds me of Italian cookies, tasting it,
Okay.
but it's a
Yep.
refreshing, light, bubbly. It's sweet. Toasted almond are the notes, and, delicately sweet to a lingering finish. It's light to medium bodied. It's not too heavy, but, our head winemaker suggests that the food pairings would be assorted pastries, cheesecake, tiramisu, and toasted coconut dessert, like Samoas.
Oh,
But I find, it reminds me of like Italian cookies and biscotti and like those kinds of things. So delicious, really fun brunch wine, also dessert, brunch, you choose.
and wow, my dog's here.
That's
She
okay.
just
We
let me
welcome
know.
dogs.
Yeah, she just let me know that she's here. She kind of jumps up and pushes me and then walks on. So
Aw.
she's
So good.
very polite
I
in that way. Stephanie, can you go on ahead and for people who don't know, what is the difference between champagne and sparkling wine?
Yeah. So we call
Stumbled
our
there.
bubbly. Yeah, no, great question. Thanks, Zach. We call our bubbly sparkling brut, and you'll notice that on our website. In order to call it champagne, you actually have to get the grapes from a certain area in France. So when the grapes are not cultivated from that area and they're pulled from different areas, it's brut. It's not champagne, but it's still a bubbly and it's still delicious.
Yep, I think Zach froze.
Oh, okay. I was worried that it was me. All right. I'm going to move on over to our Italian Prosecco. This one, out of the ones that I shared, I would say is the least sweet out of all the varietals that I shared. However, still delicious, still a bubbly. This Prosecco is made from Galera grapes. It is balanced and fruity. There's notes of fresh pear and hints of green apple. And that creates a pleasing aroma that persists into the finish. There's a touch of sweetness with this wine that adds volume and accentuates the fruit while still finishing dry with plentiful bubbles. Some food pairings for our Prosecco would be fruit and cheese plates. I know we kind of talked charcuterie a little bit tonight. And we totally lost Zach. That's okay. I'll keep
know,
talking.
it's like, "Hi, Zach."
It's just us, Janet. No worries.
That's okay.
A fruit and cheese plate, lemon cake, and seafood chowder. So if you do seafood around the holidays, this might be a great choice. So definitely, check out the fundraising link, shop the sale. You can stack the discounts there and give back, which is really amazing. And I'm happy to share a little bit about, the ways to save too, because I love talking about our wine club because it has all the perks. So
That's amazing.
Yeah. Have you heard of ONEHOPE wine before this?
I had not. No. Well,
okay.
I've seen you posting only because of Zach. I mean, in my relationship with him. So I've seen your stuff, but I had not heard of you. But you're in the same boat as us. It's like most people haven't heard of us either. So that's kind of the charge of, get your name and your face out there and do what you can,
Right. No, absolutely. Oh, so I'm glad we got to connect today.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
Awesome. So if you're watching the show, definitely check out the link. Half cases, 6 packs, 10% off, 20% off full cases, but you can shop the sale and stack those discounts, which is really amazing. I always love to share about Wine Club because I feel that everyone should be a part of Wine Club. Hey, Zach, you're back.
Yeah, and I'm on my tablet now because we have lost internet for some reason.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but anyway,
you don't have a great signal through your tablet, just to let you know. You're pretty glitchy.
Oh boy. Okay, well, Stephanie, go on ahead and keep taking it away then.
No worries. I was just sharing about Wine Club. You know how much I love that, Zach.
Yep.
So in my opinion, it's the second best thing that we have to offer because there is no fee to join our wine club. You get automatic discounts on all of your wine purchases, free shipping for the life of your wine club. with every purchase, you get rewards, which actually means you get wine credits that you can use to shop for more wine.
Nice.
You can build your own box, or you can have our head winemaker select the picks for you. You know, if you're the kind of person that wants to explore with your taste buds and you're like, you know what, let the winemaker select for me. We have a quarterly curated club where you can select 4, 6, or 12, whatever, you know, accommodates your lifestyle. Some people love a bottle a week and like to do a 4-pack every month of their own pack that they like to build, you know, and for some, they really want to explore and see what Mari is going to put in the box for that season. So the curated pack might be the box for you. You also get access to exclusive wines through Wine Club, you know, early releases, exclusives that are not available to everyone on the website. And Wine Club is also a really great gift that oh no, Zach, it looks like
I
you are glitchy.
I just had a midget dog run underneath me and trip me. So thank God that happened. So anyway, you guys are getting a view of my house since you know, internet is poor.
No, that's okay. I do want to add though, if you are not sure what to select for someone, we all have those people in our lives that are a little bit more difficult to shop for. We do have digital gift cards that are also available, and you can select the date of the delivery of the digital gift card too, which I think is a really fun perk. So, you know, you can make sure your gifting is done, purchase it, and it'll get delivered on the date that you select, which is really fun. I always mention our custom etched bottles, crates,
yes,
custom labels. So, you know, even for corporate gifting and for clients and things like that, if you're, you know, looking from, you know, a work standpoint, we can help accommodate that as well, and link it right to this event where it's giving back. So
that's awesome. You have so much stuff.
yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
And then you've also got the wonderful gift boxes right now that are burned, and they just look beautiful. Like I said, I think one of the best things about those, every time I see them, I think realtor, because they like giving those nice gifts, you know. But anybody who wants to give their employees a beautiful gift, you can have them burn your own you know, your company's logo onto it. You can burn their name on it. It's just, the boxes are beautiful.
Yeah, I love the custom etching. You know, you can select the color. We actually are out of the gold, but we do still have silver and pink left. So everybody ran towards the gold for the holiday season.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you do have that New Year's thing coming up, so
yeah,
you know, there you go.
And
Look
some great standard holiday etching that's right available on the website. So it doesn't have to be a custom order, but there are, you know, holiday cheers and fun little sayings that'll take you right through the new year with your bubbly also.
So you need to get them to do a red, white, and blue one. We need a Stars and Stripes bottle.
There you go.
Oh,
4th of July.
Then it's Wine and Warriors. See?
I love that.
Look at that. You know what? You put a marketer in front of us, and
I know
what happens. So
I love that. We have had someone tie American flags to our minis. I do have a photo of that floating around somewhere that I can yeah, to make it fun for the 4th of July. It was for yeah.
So
I can't tell if Zach's getting eaten or not because it's like he's frozen, but all I hear is dog noises.
Yeah, you know, I love this. This is definitely the most interesting show that we've had so far.
Well, make sure that your dog has the right wine to pair with you if it's going to eat you, so that we.
Well, no, he's going to eat. I think the little one's going to eat the big one. We just rescued he's a Dalmatian Labrador mix. And now he's being attacked or chasing a Pekingese or whatever the heck that dog is. I call him a hippie Chihuahua because that's what he kind of looks like. So, but yeah, it's all kinds of fun going on right now with them chasing each other. So I want to do this. Janet, again, thank you so much for coming up and joining us. How did they get a hold of you?
How did they get a hold of us? Wow. Lots of different ways. We have our website, which is right there at the bottom of the screen, healingwarriorsprogram.org.
It's almost like I know what I'm doing.
I know. We're on Facebook. We are on LinkedIn. We are on Twitter. We are on Instagram. You can also call directly to our clinic at 970-776-VETS, and that's 8387. If you need just questions answered, if you want to make an appointment, if you want to come by and just tour the clinic, we're open to everybody coming by and touring the clinic because we want people to feel comfortable with knowing what they're walking into and to really take a look at our treatment rooms and to be comfortable with us and our process. So anybody from the public at any point can always come in and come view everything and get a look at what we do there.
That is so important, just to be open, and like you said, it gives people the chance to see
Yes
what's going on. It gives you a chance to see what, any donations are going for. So I absolutely love that. I want to wish you, oh, go on ahead.
Just we're also, I mean, these days there are 1.5 million charities. There's 11, they're everywhere. So when people are trying to decide, where do I put my money? If you're not sure, check people out. We are on GuideStar. We are on Charity Navigator. We are extremely transparent with everything that we do. We are a GuideStar. We're a platinum charity through GuideStar, which means you can't get any more transparent. So you can see everything. But when in doubt, just go and do some research on your charities to make sure that it's somebody that you want to put your money behind. They may have a great story, but are they financially doing what they should be doing with the money that you're sending them? So you can check us out wherever you want to. We're extremely transparent.
Well, I want to just thank you again for doing this.
Thank you both very much.
Unfortunately, right now I cannot show the background, and I can't show the QR code because I don't have the other screen here, so it's missing the other screen. But we will. You can always find that. You can always find it right on our page, on our Facebook page. So just under Community Pay It Forward, One Hope Wine, and go there, and you're going to find the QR code that you need. Anytime from now until the end of December, you purchase a bottle of wine, a portion of that through that code is going to go to help Healing Warriors continue their mission. Once again, this is more than just the warrior. This is also the family. So this is a fantastic group of people. This is also one of our wonderful mission partners, and you can always support them by using the drop form below. Just shop with our verified partners, our family of partners, and use that code. You can put in the proof of purchase, and they get a portion of anything that you buy. So, Janet, thank you so much. And Stephanie, you got the last word here.
Thank you so much for joining us, Janet. And it was great hearing about your organization.
Thank you.
Just going to say, let's cheers, raise a glass to support, to support our veterans, to support these programs, because without your support, they can't be providing all these services and traveling to all these locations. So definitely check out the website. Community Pay It Forward One Hope fundraiser, and the fundraising link is pinned right to the top of the page for the campaign.
Well, awesome. Again, ladies, thank you so very much. Both of you have done great work. If for some reason we're not able to get together at the end of the year or in the middle of the month, partly because we got this going quite late, we're still going to play this show quite a few times throughout the month, but it's going to tell the story. If you guys have any questions for Janet, just simply get a hold of me at 970-909-0751. I will connect you with Janet. She can answer your questions, because obviously I'm not the one that can answer the questions. So, but I'll answer what I can. If I can't answer it, I'll make sure I get it to you. But ladies, I want to wish you both, in which we will talk, I'm pretty sure, between now and then. But I want to wish you both a very Merry Christmas. Stephanie, this has been a fantastic year that you and I have created something that I think is going to just grow and be great. And Janet, I cannot wait to work with you more throughout the years.
Yay. Thank you guys so very much.
Merry Christmas.
No,
Merry Christmas.
no
Happy New
problem.
Year, just in case.
Yeah. So, hey, everybody. My name is Zach, President, Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the PAC channels. I just want to wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. We will be back on Wednesday with another PACT, probably at the regular time, 5 o'clock, on Wednesday. So we'll probably be doing that. But we're going to be talking to Mike Martinez of BOR Restoration, one of our wonderful, wonderful partners. He's been a partner for about 3 years now, and he can help you get that black mold out of your house, which you definitely don't want the black mold in your house. So, but he can help you do that. We're going to have so much more. I just want to remind you, if you have an old hoodie, doesn't fit you anymore, please make sure it's in your car. Give it to somebody who's struggling with the elements. You know what? It doesn't fit you. It's not doing you any good. Give it to somebody who it's the fighting with cold. It's cold right now.
Yep.
Pretty sure no matter where you're at, it's a little cold. So I just know it's cold enough here in Colorado to be cold everywhere else. So, and if you've got a little bit of extra food, throw it in the old hillbilly Tupperware, an old butter bowl, hit it in the microwave, take it to somebody who's hungry. Look, nobody has to go it alone. When we all come together, if you're not helping someone, you're hurting everyone. So please love somebody out there, because somebody out here loves you. We'll talk to you all later. Thank you, ladies. Goodbye.
Bye.